Sunny Days 305. Love it when I'm at home edition. I was thinking about relationship and how I've often heard the term that one has to have their own personal relationship with God. And that's very real, because I've had a visitation from God, and now he comes to me, or it comes to me, or that spirit or that vibration, like it comes to me daily in so many different forms that I'm able to recognize. And so by that relationship being personal, it means it's between me and him and it and that I am. And so the things that is communicated to me from him through different ways, some that I can explain, some that I can't, but I move on it. And so in having a personal relationship with God, God will tell you to do personal things that's specifically for you and I, and that's given to us in the portions by which he gives it to us so we could grow to that in which he wants us to be. And so we'll do some things that probably haven't been done before, or people haven't seen before, or we'll say some things that people have never heard before, but they feel it. And so, having studied so many different things so long ago, man, I be saying some things sometime, I be wondering where that come from. Sometimes I be looking in the scripture, looking in the dictionary and all that stuff, because I got a lot of good stuff in here that understand that the unity of the thoughts. It's the unity in that relationship with God, and the relationship to his law, and relationships to understanding now not only his voice when you hear it, but it's the feeling of it. So I think more so my relationship with God, I think is more so what I feel about him. And I know that hearing the word and reading the word, got me interested in him, and me going through the proper doorways to get through him. I understand that part. So I did the reading part. But I think my God, it is what I know about my God the most is what I feel about my God. And it's easy to understand. Do sometimes a person to come to you and give you a confirmation almost verbatim for some directions or something that the shepherd, that you done heard the shepherd say something in your mind, and somebody come and confirm that stuff, somebody that you don't even know for no reason at all. They just come just to tell you that, and they're gone. So I understand those things. And so the relationship with God and the blessings with God and the koleskiing with God, it comes with patience and long suffering. And then just understand that patience does not always mean peace be still. And it don't mean peace be still. So we have to build that relationship with God. We have to nurture that relationship with God. And the more we nurture that relationship with God, and the more we love God, and as His time goes on, you know, He'll start pouring more into you and I, and into you and I. He'll start blessing you and I more. But it's that relationship. And so sometimes, so we can never like be afraid, man, when God tells us to do some things. Because even if you don't understand why, you understand it's Him. Let me tell you something. So shortly after I had got out of college, after I had came back from college, I was working at U-Haul. And like when I work at a place, like I do my best. I might not always be the best, but I always do my best. So any job that I've had, that I've been to, even now I could call and they'll be happy to have me back. So it wasn't for a great pay, but it was for honest days work, for honest days pay, and I was able to contribute to the bills in the house. And that was really great for me. But one day God told me, He said, "Hey man, it's time for you to leave here." You wonder how did He say it? It was in a feeling. I don't know if so much I heard it, but it communicated to me. I'm like, leave here? What I'm gonna do? I don't have nothing. I mean, and the money that I am making, it is helping. And then God say, you got to leave here. And so now I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't have no problem with the supervisor. I always have my weekends off. As a matter of fact, they give me the keys. I'm the first one to open up the place and all that stuff there. And and I key. And so I'm like, me and the supervisor good, me and the workers good, my work hours good, me and the manager is good, and the pay ain't great, but it's good. And I'm like, well, it came to me again, you got to leave. So now in my mind, I'm analyzing, I'm saying, so it's not an ego thing with me. It's not like I'm this place is beneath me. It's not like because I want to be here. But I got to go because something's telling me to go. So I told the manager, man, to backtrack my letter of resignation, and he did it. And when he did that, and like, I promise you, God is my witness. When I got in my van and drove off from U-Haul to never return, within 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, 5 minutes or less, brother called me, said, "Hey, I told you I was going to give you the job at the Port of Miami. You ready to work?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Come on right now. Come right now." And I had me a little mobile car wash. I was going to wash some people's cars, and I just went on right to the Port of Miami. And God told me to move, and when I moved, God moved, man. And I have a lot of other examples how my relationship with God is and how He works with me. And then when you recognize, you get into that point in that relationship where you recognize when He's speaking to you and He's talking to you, and it's clear now, and there's no more whisper now, and you clearly understand where you at. It takes time. We talking about personal relationships with God, and a personal relationship with God is similar to the personal relationship with your wife and with your husband. But I'm not going to get into that, but I'm talking about the relationship, the personal relationship that we have with God, the personal things that God tells us the way we feel about God when we move. And sometimes how the whole world don't understand what we're doing when God tells us to do something, but in the end, you know, it's always for his glory, and it's always for his edification, and it's not always, I told you I was going to do it. It's just a smile saying that I know that my God and my relationship with God is growing, and he hugs me in his bosom, and I hugs him back like his child supposed to. How's your relationship with God? Greetings. This is Sunny Days 305 Degrees podcast. Our community said they wanted a platform that they could get their ideas and their messages out. Hence, Sunny Days 305 is on fire.